Wow, I am exhausted from doing, what did I do today? Yeah, not a whole lot, but celebrate birth. And that is fun. I don't have any of my paperwork or anything here with me, or I'd post some informative stuff. But I do know this. This was a maternity sweater, and I still wear it. Because why? It's like a little shrug thingy, right? But if you are a mom and you don't feel like wearing maternity clothes, it doesn't matter. And if you aren't ready to buy your kids clothes from the mall, it doesn't matter. If you get only hand-me-downs, it doesn't matter. You can always stop by the kids' place, pee in a pod, maternity, whatever that stuff is, and they will let you use the dressing rooms to nurse your baby, change your baby, take a time out with your baby, or 7-year-old if you need to sometimes. I know people that nurse their children tandem until they're 8, and sometimes you need a place to go and do that in private, because people that don't do that, they just don't get it. I, however, used to pop her on my tit, at the Outback, right on the table while eating steak, or take her to the aquarium. We did go to the aquarium together. I just remember that just now. Right. And just pull out my boobs and walk around nursing her. And she was 2. She was hard to hold on to then. And boobs are not for sex. They're for nursing. And so nobody can tell you you can't walk around and show your boobs. If you want to, you can do that. It's not a law. It's a universal good mom thing to do. And it's worth getting in trouble or causing a scene for and adding to civil rights cases, right? I mean, if you have 2 moms and you're, both switch it in any way, or if you have a husband there with you, they'll probably would just let you go. But if you, want to do that, you can do that. It's okay for a woman to show her boobs anywhere. You can post them online, anything, because they're not sexual. And anybody that thinks they are, they're really fucked up, right? So take your boobs out and feed them anywhere you want. But if you need someplace private, maternity stores and baby clothes stores and stuff are a great place to do that. And so this, I was just checking the label, is Heritage, and it's a size large, and I still wear it. And so, yeah, I think most places would let you use the, private dressing rooms, but those places always will. And if you need some place to like watch your kid for a little bit while you do some, usually they'll do it too. So, and places that say to you, I'm sorry, children aren't allowed here, I always say, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you didn't like women and children. And we'll stand there as long as it takes for somebody to come and make a big deal out of it. Why? Because if children aren't allowed there, then they don't like women and children. Because real women don't leave their children at home with somebody else to watch them. Why? Because people like us would get taken advantage of. Or that'd be the one time somebody would body jump into your nanny or something, right? I didn't even let the grandparents hold her or anything. We didn't take her out of the house for the first year. But I was talking to K2 yesterday about getting her, was it? Not the DTaP shot, because she was talking about getting a Tdap shot, and I said, honey, you're just asking me. I did all my own vaccines. Why did you take your baby 3 times for one vaccine? Because most people don't want to put in the time and the effort. And why would you throw your baby in a car seat when you can walk there, or wait for a good time when it's not crying, or hang over the car seat and nurse while somebody else drives? But it's worth it to split up those shots so they don't get overwhelmed. But she was talking about getting her Tdap, which is what? Tetanus and the diphtheria shot. Well, we all get DTaP until we're immune, however many months when we're little. But that's diphtheria and tetanus as well. But then why do adults stop getting DTaPs and go walking around in public, right? And during this coronavirus, where people do that all the time and they don't get it. So, I mean, if you're holed up at home, coronavirus, because you don't know who was carrying stuff, have you had your D-tap? No? Just your Tdap? Well, then you're an asshole and a baby killer. And maybe you should stay home until you get a D-tap if you're walking around in public. So it seems ridiculous to me that people are so concerned about this, and yet they don't do the same thing for themselves, for the children of the world. So I know I'm the angel of mercy, and I'm going to give 6 months for people to start doing that before I reverse it. And people that go to, like, places they shouldn't be, such as grocery stores and malls and stuff like that haven't had their D-tap, I'm going to start just taking them because they should know better, especially if you're a father. So, all right, it's hard being the angel of death. Yes, it is. That's not me. I'm the angel of mercy. But I have a count too. And I get 100,000 of these. And I'm going to do a spell later for that. People that are on babies knowingly without getting their D-tap shot, but have had a Tdap shot recently, because while they were there for the opportunity, they should know better.